Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody is being safe and hope God is keeping you. Yes, the same God today, yesterday and tomorrow and forever. Our God we serve will never change. This is Christine Immaculate Show. Remember, this Christine Immaculate Show is based on prosperity, and prosperity is in 4 segments. We have spiritual, we have social, we have financial, and we have relations. Here we go to our main series that we have been on this month or the end of this month. It is about how, remember the topic, it is about how is your supporting system. And the last video we looked at, are you a fighter, or are you in a group of the fighters, or you're in a group of prayers? And it is really seen that most of us, we are in a prayer, we are in a group of prayers, like tennis prayers. Yes, me myself, I was there, I've been there, and sometimes you feel, I say, no, I no longer want to be a fighter, I want to run and go back to the prayer section. So let's see, why do you think that most people are in the prayer section? That's what I'm saying, that when we are talking about the supporting system, we are talking about that inner circle. When I'm talking about the supporting system, I'm talking about that friend that is going to talk to you at 3 a.m. When we are talking about a supporting system, we mean that friend that will say, no, I'll make sure that you be what you're supposed to be. When I'm talking about the supporting system, I'm not meaning a supporting system that will only look for you to give you porridge, to give you meat, to give you airtime, to give you food, to give you money. I'm talking about the friend that will be there for you in hardships, in happiness, and in the worst situations. We are not talking about the friends that don't want to see the bad. We are talking about the friends who are going to see both the bad and the good. At the end, they come to your purpose. At the end, you make sure that your purpose is met. At the end, you make sure that they bring you back together. I'm not talking about we are not talking about the prayers here. You know, let me bring for you this story. It is so happened that when this supporting system, God gave me this message, gave me this series, the topic to talk about it. I said, God, what should I talk about? Then, when he finished the first introduction about the supporting system as a prayer and a fighter, I said, okay, God, the outline is still long. What should I put? He said, no, you're still there. You have to tell my people, what is the difference between the fighter and the prayer? We have come to understand that most tragedies, most problems, most challenges that are in the world now, the divorce, the hatred, the wars, the resentment, the suicidal missions, the killings, all originate from lack of supporting system. They all originate from I am, me. They all originate from I can't speak out my problem. No, I will just keep quiet. No, it's okay, I cannot go there because they will talk about me. No, if they know that tonight I didn't eat and I tell my friend will take the whole world. And people choose to be, no, let me be myself. Let me be Christy. Yeah, we prayed that once. People are praying it right now. Most people have decided to be themselves. You know, sometimes when I hear someone telling me, no, me, this is me. I don't want to go there. That is I have to remain here. If somebody wants to find me here, I find me here. Yes, it is good. I was there once also. I was once that kind, because when I grew up, I'll give you a scenario of my nearby person. When I was growing up as a girl, I learned a lot of things from my very beautiful and wonderful mother that raised me up. may her soul rest in, she went to be with the Lord. This is the woman I learned from her, that whatever, no one in the village would tell her something like a secret. No one in the village that would come and say, no, Kakwezi, Madam Kakwezi, they told me this. No. The day you will tell her they told me, the person who told her that they told me this, she will hold your hand and take you. Hey, come. Christine is telling me you told her that I'm this. So when I was growing up, I learned that thing from her. Now everybody feared. They used not, even if it is true, even if it is not true, they used not to tell her. Where am I coming to? She was a woman who faced herself. That is how she did bad. But whereas on the other side, she did right, because she would not receive, they told me brings someone, you will tell someone that I've seen A, and say that, that A was red. So and so told me A was red. She protected herself from being called this, because the whole village knew her. If you tell Madam Kakwezi about this, the person will know. So if you talk about her or you tell her anything, it is up to you to combine, because you are risking. If you're going to tell her, at the same time she'll again call the person you say talked about you. I'm bringing this. She missed one thing, because she didn't come to know her corner of the support. She put a wall of bad things not to come to her, but again she put a wall of the good things that she would have known from her real friends. So she could not differentiate between a real friend, a supporting system, and a non-supporting system. Then I give with a difference also, another one. This one was my cross, also one of the amazing lady. She passed on. It was a premature death. What did she do? She decided to say, I'm myself. I'm alone. I'm with my children. I'm with my husband. That's all. So going to church, come home, going to church, do her things, do her business, that's all. Because she was able, she had money, she had children, she had everything. So nothing she wanted from people. So meaning she had no supporting system also. One day, her mother asked her, hey, Mabel, what's up? What happened? Then she was like, no, I have my children. I have my husband. What do you want? So the mother asked, Mabel, I need to know your friends. Said, I don't have friends. I don't need friends. My kids, I have my man and my husband enough. So, and that led to her death, early death. Where am I coming to? I'm coming to what exactly the supporting system should be. The supporting system does not mean that if you have a supporting system that is a friend, a true friend, a 3 a.m. friend, you will not get hurt. A true friend will hurt you. But to what extent would you learn from being hurt? A true friend is supposed to hurt you towards the road of your purpose. A true friend is supposed to bring you, let it be bitter, but it will be coming towards your purpose. A true friend is not that one who will tell you, come I give you food, come I give you, is your subscription finished? Is your child having school fees? Are you lacking? Aren't you lacking? No, that is not only the supporting system. The supporting system is supposed to be there in both bad and good. That's a friend I said is a 3 a.m. friend. That's a friend that will know the cloth you put on was torn. That's what I call the inner circle. That's the inner circle that should know your secret. Do you have that inner circle? Do you have that circle that they should know what is bad, the worst, and what is good? If you don't have that circle, that supporting system, I want you to go back down. I want you to go back home. Think about it. As you watch, think about it and say, what is my supporting system? To me, myself, I think 5 years back, a friend asked me, I said, Christine, who is your friend? I looked, I said, they are all my colleagues. Because I had no one to trust. I had no one to hold on. I wasn't trusting somebody that I should talk my problem. Because if I tell you that I didn't eat last night, someone will go and say she has not eaten for 3 months. So I was also avoiding that. So the only thing I will not talk, I'll keep quiet. My friend told me, Christine, no, loosen up. But I told that friend, I said, me, I fear being talked about. Please, if you want a supporting system, you will have to embrace the negative and you'll have to embrace the positive. The negative will make you grow. That is if it is from a right friend. And the positive will make you fry. A supporting system, a friend is supposed to have 2 sides. The side to make you shed tears and the side to nurse you. So who is that friend? Do you have that friend? Do you have that friend that even if you have wronged that friend today, by 3 p.m. you'll have to pick a phone and say, please, I don't have lunch today? It was a question to me today. I said, let me ask you. Do you have that friend? The true friend. There. Just write it in the comment section. Now we go to the last, I can call it the last of the inner circle. I was asking and I asked. I got my phone. I called one of I told you one of my cross person that passed on. Then I called the mother because I wanted to know more. Apart from my experience, apart from my friend's very near experience, why do you think people have decided to pray the part of prayers, tennis prayers, than praying the part of fighters, boxers, footballers, being fighters? Why do you think? You can put it in the comment section. Me, I think and I've witnessed a lot of things. One of them is the lack of trust. Most people tend to be alone. Most people tend to encourage themselves. Most people tend to nurse themselves. Most people tend to build themselves. Most people tend to coach themselves because they don't have anyone to trust. They have clinged on the past that has killed their trust. Yes, I was there because I grew up knowing that. I grew up in my life knowing that there is no good woman. There was even one extent when I asked myself, why was I created a man? Why wasn't I created a man? Why? Because as I was growing up, I would see women. There's a song we used to sing during Easter. Abagareta kanabakazi ajochire mujuni achire ntindo zokuzimu ajochire mujuni. So that song is an Easter song. When I was asking Abagareta kanabakazi, who brought the news? It's the ladies. And one lady told me, ladies are bad. That's why you even see the death of Jesus. They are the ones who are the best people to spread the news. So God knew whom to use best. I held on it. I thought it was right, but it wasn't right. Because as God used those ladies, he first saw their purpose. Why do you think he brought in the 3 of them? Why didn't he bring the whole world? No, he selected the people after his heart, and he selected the people who had the same purpose. He selected the people. Don't think Mary Magdalene and all her friends maybe didn't fight yesterday or didn't talk about each other. No. But they made a supporting system. They were friends. They had there's something that they were aiming at. There's something that they were focused on. That's why you see even the distance they traveled from where they were residing to where Jesus was buried was a very long distance. How do you think it took them? How long do you think it took them to come on the first day? To come and check on the tomb, to come and put scents and other things. How do you think? And don't you think they had the same goal? Don't you think they had the same purpose? That's the supporting system, I mean. That's the circle. That's the corner I'm talking about. So when you talk of the trust, you cannot move or you cannot be in that corner when you don't trust somebody. You have to trust that person. And you have to know the negative will come. So we lost trust. That's why you see people are in corners. People are just lonely. And when you are alone, you're bound to commit suicide. You're bound to do things wrong. You're bound to get heart attack. You're bound to get high blood pressure. You're bound to do mistakes. A lot of things. And outside there, can someone out there try to change this? Let us build trust. How will we build trust? Suppose Jesus, the group of those ladies, Mary Magdalene and her group, the way the angel came and asked them, why are you looking for him? You are looking for the living among the dead. Then he made them remember what Jesus promised them, that after 3 days there will be a resurrection. What do you think if one of them had gone and said something different from the angel had said? The angel sent them to go and take the message, and they took the same message. So don't you think we can also take the same message? That message you've received might not be good, but can you give it out the same way, or can you just make it the same way that I've sent you, like the way the angel sent the group of ladies? Why are people still deciding to be tennis players in the game? Why are they deciding that? Because they feel they don't want to be ashamed. They feel if I tell Immaculate about my things, they will start laughing at me. They will think she feels not herself. So as we look for the